What if I told you that your specific person is just one text away, or really just one thought away, one belief away, or one assumption away from you? Now, right now, this may seem outrageous, and you might be asking, okay, Kyle, so how is this going to happen? But this obviously makes sense that we're unable to see or believe in this outcome when we're not in the state of it. Because you can actually never see from outside of the state that you're currently in. If you're in a negative or despondent state, then all you're going to see in your reality is the same. But if you're in a positive and abundant state, then you're going to start believing or seeing how your specific person really is just a single text away. And honestly, I would never worry about how your manifestation is going to show up until you're in the state of it. And truly, we never have to worry about how or when our manifestation is going to show up. But the more you get into the state and the more you get into the assumption and the belief that you're already with your specific person, it's going to make a lot more sense. And a lot of the times when people start getting into manifestation or manifesting their specific person, that's what kind of stops them or gives them a lot of anxiety, is they start to worry about how their manifestation is going to happen. But the first thing I would focus on is your state, your assumptions, and your beliefs towards the situation. If we internally cannot see and feel as if we're already with our specific person, it's not going to make sense how it's going to show up. Also, most people worry about what to do when they start manifesting, but the divine guidance that is going to take you directly to your specific person in the quickest way possible, and it can occur right here and right now, is going to come from the state. Never worry about what to do or what action to take, because it's going to be automatically given to you, and it's going to seem so obvious when you already are feeling as if you're with them. Think of it this way. It's like asking someone in poverty how to make $1 million. If you were to ask them that question, what do you think their reaction would be? Well, first off, their action would be to be very confused, and they might even be angry with the question. They would literally tell you that it's impossible. They would tell you that it can't be done, even though we know of people, maybe not personally, but we definitely know of people who have made $1 million. So how does that make sense? Why is this person in a particular state perceiving something we know to be true and know to be able to be done, but they're saying it's impossible? What's going on there? This is exactly what happens with our specific person manifestation, and the same reason why people in your external reality might be telling you it's impossible, even though on this channel, you've seen in almost every single video a success story in relation to manifesting a specific person. And so that doesn't make sense. How could we be flooded with so many successes but still be thinking it's impossible? And this is where our state comes in. Everything that you're thinking, imagining, and believing or assuming is being reflected on your external reality. So someone who is in a state of being single, asking them how to manifest or be in the perfect relationship, they're going to be just as confused as the person in poverty when you ask them how to make $1 million. So one thing I always like to think about whenever someone in your external reality begins to disagree with you, I actually like the disagreement. If someone is telling me that manifesting a specific person is impossible, but not in a loving and abundant relationship themselves, then that's really good that they disagree with my current mindset, because my reality, my assumptions are to create that perfect relationship. Basically, if you were to take upon all of their beliefs, all of their assumptions from their current state, and their current state is one of being single or being in a relationship you wouldn't want to be in, you definitely want to go in the absolute opposite direction. But to make this even more obvious, what would a rich-minded individual say if you asked them how to make $1 million? They would easily be able to answer the question, or they might actually find it difficult because they would be imagining or seeing so many options to become a millionaire that it would be almost difficult for them to pick one. They would see within their reality an infinite amount of ways to achieve wealth because that's the state that they're in. And if you were asking them how to be wealthy, they would never tell you it's impossible because they're already in that mindset. In the same way, the person who's in the loving and abundant relationship is never going to tell you that manifesting or being with the person you want is impossible because they've already done it. And if you do have a hard time imagining or picturing your end state, because that's usually the problem when we believe or imagine something to be impossible, again, we have to focus on our state first, but just begin to contemplate exactly what you want, meaning to contemplate your end. So what if your specific person was about to text you? What would your reality look like? What would your reality feel like if that were about to occur right now. Or begin to contemplate, what if your specific person in this moment was thinking very positively about you? Because if at first it feels hard to imagine or feel as if you're already with your specific person, contemplating or daydreaming and visualizing these are going to make it so much easier. And it may actually be the only thing you need to get into the state. And again, don't worry if it doesn't feel possible right now, because it's not going to feel possible until you enter into the state of it. In the same way of the person in poverty, the person in a single mindset, they imagine their end much differently from the wealthy minded or the relationship minded. And as always, I want to give an example of this happening from someone who is in that same exact mindset before, but is now with their specific person. I'll put the email up on the screen, and I can't go into too much detail for personal reasons, but this person began with the thought that it might be impossible to manifest their specific person. And let's just read their success. They're, "Hi, Kyle. I hope you're doing well. Just want to let you know that I am back together with their specific person, their name, and we are looking for a place to move in together." Imagine that. So from the same state that a lot of people in maybe watching this video are feeling that it's impossible, it can't be done, the state and the outcome and the belief that you can do it are going to come from that positive state. So before we actually focus on anything outside of us, we need to focus on our state first. This is exactly what this person did in my email coaching and was able to manifest the best outcome ever, being with their specific person and moving in together. I don't think it can get much better than that. But again, I just really wanted to point out that they began with the same mindset. They began in a state where they felt there were a lot of circumstances against them, but regardless of all that, they still manifested exactly what they want. Really, manifestation is meant to be easy and effortless. And if you focus on your state first, that's how you are going to get into that feeling that it is absolutely effortless. The only reason we feel we have to take a lot of action or perform a lot of effort is whenever we are focusing on things outside of us. So take your mind off of that external reality and focus it on you. And you're going to realize that your specific person really is just a text away or even a thought away. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you did have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. And remember, you can also reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then don't forget to subscribe so you can let me know your success story when you manifest your specific person. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you in my next video.